Welcome. I am so happy you made it. I'm going to show you how to crush your coastal business, even if you have never made a sale. And my promise to you is that I'm going to show you exactly how to make huge profits in your coastal business and create higher income from fewer sales without stagnant sales and without purchasing outrageously expensive leads. But first, I need your attention. Please turn off your cell phones. Just shut down Facebook just for a little while, because if you're a coastal vacations business owner and you're serious about getting better results with your business, then the next 30 to 45 minutes can change your life. And my name is Lynn Plata, and a little about myself personally and why I'm someone who feels qualified to give you the information I'm about to share. I'm a wife and a mother of 2 daughters. I stay home with them. I'm blessed to be able to stay home and homeschool them. And we get to travel a lot these days, actually, but life was not always like that. The reason that I feel qualified to talk about the information that I'm getting ready to share is not because I went to college. It's because I have messed up more times than I can count in my own University of Hard Knocks. I'm also here because I wish I had the information that I'm about to share with you when I first started my coastal business. I wish I wouldn't have had to waste so much time trying to figure it out as I fumbled around trying new things and just trying new ways to succeed. But most importantly, the reason that I'm here is that I believe that you and I have a purpose. We are here on this earth to make a difference. You have dreams, goals, desires planted inside of you, and so do I. We are literally aching to do all those wild, incredible, and sometimes what feels like those ordinary day-to-day things and not feel the shackles of debt, not be woken by an alarm clock with a feeling of dread for what lays ahead that day, that week, or even that month. To not feel strangled as we decide which bill needs to be paid first or which class or activity my child can join. I had those dreams of living my life on purpose, dreams of helping others become financially free, dreams to travel the world with my family, dreams to be able to ride a horse on a beach, or bungee jump in a jungle, scuba dive, the Blue Hole in Belize, and after it's all over, have a financial inheritance, a legacy to leave behind for my children, for my grandchildren, for my favorite charities, but it all has to start somewhere. That being said, I'm not here because I went to college. However, I did earn a very high dollar degree from Loyola University Chicago. Nowadays, I'm a self-taught copywriter and webmaster. I serve on the Leadership Council for Coastal Vacations Board of Directors worldwide, and I've been featured on the cover of Home Business Advertiser because in my second year in my coastal business, I generated over $51,000 working less than 8 hours a week. I started homeschooling my girls, and so much freedom came with the decision to get started with coastal. I am a full-time wife and mom. I'm an organic backyard farmer, and I have a story. My life is going from bankruptcy to vacationing for a living, so I understand what it's like being flat, busted broke. A 2016 study showed that 48% of workers age 55 or older and nearing retirement have saved less than $25,000, according to the Employee Benefit Research Institute. So if you're headed down that path, I'd like to help you and share with you how your coastal business can literally change your life. I like this slide right here because this is my last vacation in Mexico, and this is the view from my beach chair. My life has changed, and I owe so much of it to what I'm getting ready to teach you. So imagine with me right now what your life will be like when you're making huge profits in coastal and creating higher income from fewer sales. You never have to worry about stagnant sales or outrageously expensive leads ever again. What will life be like when you know how to easily surpass multiple six figures working your coastal business part-time? How about when you really know the simple process for duplicating those platinum sales and you're collecting training sales without increasing your working hours? Will that make a difference for you and for your family? Well, like I mentioned before, I lost everything in a bankruptcy, including our family home. I was a real estate agent in Chicago. We were definitely a two-income family. I spent everything that came in and then some, and we had a little change in this country. You guys might remember the end of 2008. Well, I hung in there, but by 2010, everything had hit the fan. I definitely started over at midlife. I knew nothing about having a home business. I went from being an entrepreneur wannabe to earning over $30,000 in 1 month. And now I am definitely creating wealth while having a life and helping others do the same. Now, I'm going to walk you through the system that we're using to get great results, but please understand that my results are not typical because the average person who attends any training never follows through. However, I'm happy to share with you for free exactly what's working for me. But keep in mind that this is not a lottery. It's not for get-rich-quick people, work-at-home biz opportunity people, or even amateurs. Tonight, we're going to cover 3 secrets. The first secret, how you can make more in 1 day than you can make selling 1 basic a month for 9 whole months. Secret number 2, how to get full-time hours out of just minutes a day. And secret number 3, you're going to have 3 alternatives to Facebook spamming. Secret number 1, how you can make more in 1 day than if you sell 1 basic a month for 9 whole months. Well, it starts in your mindset. So most coastal vacation business owners think it's hard to sell platinum packages. Actually, it's not. And by simply positioning yourself correctly, you can have a much higher ratio of platinums to levels 1 and 2. What do I mean? Well, I'm going to tell you exactly how to simply duplicate platinum sales. We talked about your mindset. The first thing that you need to do is seek out professionals. When you're looking for business partners, you're looking for people who have already had success. Be intentional in your recruiting. Stop that network marketing MLM mindset of trying to get people in your business. You guys, we are not trying to get people to do anything. And once you get in your head that you're a professional in an industry that creates more millionaires than any other industry, an industry that gives you time freedom, financial freedom, an industry with no ceiling. And once you stop waiting for someone to tell you what to do and when to do it, once you stop making excuses, and once you start acting like the leader that someone would want to follow, things change. Position yourself to be a professional and seek out professionals. Professionals have already shown, proven, and demonstrated they are top dogs. So where do you find professionals? Well, how about strategically searching them out? Look for managers and others who have already proven that they're leaders. When you're speaking to professionals, though, the first thing that you need to do is drop the MLM language. Don't talk to them about uplines. We are a direct marketing business. Yes, we are sales. Don't be scared of sales. Everything that we do in life is sales. If somebody else is scared of the word sales, that's nothing on you. You stand up like the professional that you are. Speak to others as if you're interviewing them for a long-term business partner, because you are. It's time to go for the cream of the crop. Use professional posture. You're building a multiple 6 or even 7-figure business. And when you're looking at folks who you're partnering with, go for the top. No more scraping the bottom of the barrel. Seek out mid-level managers. What about real estate agents, mortgage brokers, store managers, like your local Starbucks barista? So seek out qualified prospects, people who are serious about changing their lives. These are oftentimes professionals, but they can also be a hungry novice. And when you're speaking with them, the goal is to help them be successful as quickly as possible, right? This is where you must explain the benefits of coming in as a platinum business builder. You only start your business one time, and forever people are going to ask you what you did. That is going to be the most believable path for you, which either frees you or sets your mindset limitations right in front of you. So if you're able to break past the excuses you have for not coming up with the initial investment and not going all in, then that's who you're going to attract. It's a crazy fact. People do what you do. Making sure people understand this as they're coming aboard is critical in not only the ratio of platinums you'll make, but it also sets them up to be of that same mindset. Now, platinum profits, they earn us 9 times the amount of money for that same work and effort as a basic. So don't you think all of your new partners would also like to earn the same amount of money for one sale a month as they would for working for one sale 9 times for the next 9 months at the basic level? And if your mindset's right and you're speaking with highly qualified individuals, you can create a huge income working less hours just by that one secret alone. So now we're going right into secret number 2, how to get full-time hours out of minutes a day. This secret is all about the time work formula. Most home business owners think they have to work full-time to make big money. But actually, if you're strategic, you can get full-time hours of production out of minutes a day. What do I mean? Well, there's a few things that we need to look at. How are you spending your day? How are you spending your time? Are you busy just doing busy work? Oh my goodness, I've done a lot of that in my life. Are you making the most of your time? You know, you can be more productive. We all have 24 hours in a day. Steve Jobs, he had 24 hours. Nelson Mandela, hey, he had 24 hours. Sometimes they were probably feeling like really long 24 hours for poor Nelson Mandela. But look what he went on to accomplish in his life. Paul Newman, yep, you got it, 24 hours. And look at what he accomplished in his life. He has a huge charity that will live well past his great-great-grandchildren. He had a great marriage. He had lots of children. How do these people do it? Well, it took me a long time to figure out the time work formula. If I'm super honest here, I'm still working on figuring it out. But I burned out, and then I wasted time, and then I'd take a break, and then I'd go back to work. Then I'd work too hard. I would not work effectively. I would not work efficiently. I would be doing busy work, but I'd be working, and then guess what? I would burn out again. It was a vicious cycle. So if you want to have your best year ever, you need to set yourself up for the best day ever. It just starts one moment at a time. And the secret is to prioritize your time. So you know, we all have 24 hours a day. So the key is to figure out what you want to do with that time. If you were to plan out each hour of your day, what is that going to look like? So let's look at taking your typical day to your best day. The first thing that you need to do is take out a piece of paper. You need to write down everything that you do in a typical day. I'm going to give you a few things to think about right now. So for me, I'm a woman of faith. You may or you may not be a person of faith, and that's okay. You know, wherever you're at, how much time in a typical day do you spend with your faith? Write that down. And what about your health? Yeah, we're talking about making a lot of money, but health is worth a lot more than wealth. Wealth is not worth anything if you don't have your health. Everybody knows that, but not everybody takes it seriously. Are you going to try to walk a little bit each day? Are you going to work out? Are you going to watch what you're eating? Okay, when you're thinking about your day, how long does it take for you to prep your food? You need to fuel your body. What about grocery shopping? Have you ever taken that into account when you're trying to figure out what your day looks like? If you're going to live a successful life, a successful person does not drive through McDonald's drive-through, at least not very often. And if they're doing that, they're not going to have their health for too long. So that's not a long-term successful plan. So when you're counting each moment in your day, you need to account for the time that you need to fuel your body correctly. Don't forget about sleep either. You know, a lot of people try to burn the candle at both ends, but most people cannot get away with less than 6 to 8 hours of sleep a night. I personally, kind of up there about 6 to 10, but I've designed my life to be able to do that. So don't burn yourself out. I know when we were first building this business, there were plenty of nights that all of us would stay up way, way, way too late, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and try to get up early in the morning and start all over. But we're finished with that huge build part. We're here now. We're doing it. Don't do that kind of stuff for too long. Don't do the drive-thrus. Get a good night's sleep. Now, what about your family, your friends, and your fun? How much time do you want to spend each day with your family, with your friends? How much time do you want to spend having fun? Keep track of all of that. Is it important to you to catch up with friends on the phone? Is it important to you to catch up with friends on Facebook? Now, there's a definite strategic art to not getting sucked down the rabbit hole that's Facebook, but it can also be really powerful for keeping in touch with the people that are important to you. But again, you've got to stay in control of your time. So what about wealth? Well, we're talking about money as a means to time freedom. So how much time are you going to spend working your coastal business to achieve that? If your plan is to create financial freedom, do you need to do what you need to do to get there? How much time is your day-to-day job stealing from you? Now, you might be making really good money, and that's awesome. You might be bringing home a check every week or every other week, and you're blessed. You're definitely blessed for that. But you need to account for how much time do you spend commuting to and from work, and how much time do you spend at work. You need to write all of that down. And when you're talking about your wealth, what about personal development? Most people cannot hold on to their money, and you know why? Because they don't have the personal development, the mindset to be able to do it. Think about lottery winners. Now, I don't know what the statistics are, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Those people that win the lottery and how quickly that money slips through their finger. If you start making a boatload of money in your business right away, are you going to be able to hold on to it so that you can really build true wealth? Well, you need to figure out how to do that. You need to study other people, come up with ways to learn about money, how to hold on to it. You need to invest, get your money into passive cash flow situations once you start making it. Does that look like real estate? Are you into stocks, different partnerships? You need to study personal development and wealth management. How much time a day do you spend paying your bills? Where if you're broke, you might be spending hours every single week just trying to figure out how to make everything get paid but not get paid late. And when you start making money, what about your taxes? All of that stuff takes time. But if you've planned for it, you can definitely keep it going. So you just need to look at what your non-negotiables are. You need to prioritize, get a to-do list. Now, most of us, when we first sit down and make this list, we have about 27 hours, maybe more, of things that we think that we need to do every day. So that's where the challenge lies. But I'm telling you, if the first thing that you can do is get a hold of your time and you control your time instead of your time controlling you, a whole new world opens up to you. It is absolutely incredible. All right, let's go right into secret number 3. I am going to give you 3 powerful alternatives to Facebook spamming. Now, this secret, number 3, is all about how to use Facebook effectively to increase your sales. Most business owners have a belief that social media does not work. It's really strange because I don't see a lot of other teams really taking advantage of what you can do with social media in your coastal vacations business. But like him or hate him, the previous president became popular because of social media. Do you remember the Be the Change meme? Well, Obama was the first president who became famous just because of social media. His people spent a lot of time and money with strategic Facebook positioning. They knew who they were talking to. And he laid the groundwork of effective social media so well that the current president absolutely got into office totally by social media. That man bypassed the entire mainstream media to get his message out. Something like that had never been done before. It's the most powerful medium there is. So I want to give you 3 alternatives to Facebook spamming. What does that look like? Okay, well, let's talk about one way that you might have been introduced to it. How many of us have been added to a Facebook group without our permission, only to be spammed by someone's product, or tagged on a Facebook post with someone trying to sell you something? It's not fun and it is not cool, but it's done all the time. How likely are you to buy something from someone who uses those techniques? Well, not likely, unless they're your best friend and you would have had to buy it anyway. Not likely. But social media is all about relationships. Now, Mary Kay Ash, she really made her money well before social media. She was a powerful businesswoman, but she sure knew what it takes to build a successful business, and it's the relationships. That has not changed. Mary Kay Ash said, pretend that every single person you meet has a sign around his or her neck that says, make me feel important. Not only will you succeed in sales, you will succeed in life. And no other medium gives you more opportunities to do that more effectively from your own sofa in your own fuzzy slippers than social media, things like Facebook and Twitter, maybe not quite so much, but Instagram, some of these other places that people are. I just told people the other day I'm totally loving this new app called Marco Polo. Oh, I love Marco Polo. I'm like talking with my mom, who's 80-some years old, on Marco Polo all the time. I've got several of my team members that are on there, and they update me and show me where they're working from and what their dials are looking like and all of that. It's just a quick video. It's really, really fun. So if you guys haven't heard of Marco Polo yet, it's another way to really touch people. Definitely, we need to build relationships first. And it's really important to be authentic and be yourself. As I mentioned, videos in the form of Marco Polo, stuff like that. Facebook Live, it's very powerful to let people get to know the real you. To find your tribe, you need to be yourself. Now, I myself have made over $100,000 directly from social media. And you will not find me posting all about my business all the time. I do post things that are designed to create curiosity. And I've also joined some like-minded groups. Not to spam those people in that group, but just to find my tribe. If I go to groups where I find things that I'm interested in and I join that group, I'm going to find people in that group that like the same things I like. That's crazy, right? I'm going to find people like me. I even had one cold market sale that came directly from a Facebook group that I was part of. We had never spoken before. This is a woman from Canada. She saw some of my posts in a group. She went on and started digging, and she learned more about me. We had our first conversation on a Saturday, and on Monday, her husband was at the post office while she was on the phone with me, and he was getting a cashier's check to send it to me, international, for platinum funds. Literally, we had never spoken 48 hours prior. But she got to know who I was by interacting on Facebook. So even though we had never spoken, people can get to know you if you're authentically you. And I will say she was not my only other platinum sale. I've had many platinum sales that were warm market that I didn't even know were watching me that came directly from Facebook relationships. But it's very important to be strategic with your posts. Oh, I cannot stress this enough. Stay out of politics. I have lost friends over this. I have learned this lesson the hard way. Stay out of hot topics. Sometimes I get so passionate about something and I just want to share it, but I promise you, you are not going to change anybody's mind with a post that you put on Facebook. You're going to see division. You're going to lose friends. Now, you could have a quiet conversation with someone and maybe open up their mind, but stay off of it on Facebook. Also realize that every post that you like is showing up in the news feed. That is one way to find your tribe. We need to be authentic and we need to find our tribe. And, I strategically like certain posts, but I will tell you that if you're not careful, you stand to alienate half of the population. And no negative ninnies. Oh my goodness. Nothing's worse than negative ninnies. Negative ninnies don't make money unless they're in broadcasting and they're broadcasting other people's gossip. So be strategic with your posts and focus on your goals. You don't need to share your values. You don't need to share your beliefs. Remember, it's not about you. Make someone else feel important. Share some fun tidbits, some awesome quotes, videos. I'm going to tell you, they're really, really powerful. Let people get to know you, but the fun you, not the controversial you. Save that for your really close friends. You need to be attractive, not repelling, and absolutely don't be salesy, but have some fun. All right, to recap on secret number 3, 3 alternatives to Facebook spamming. Relationships first. Build those relationships. Work on those relationships. Choose some groups and choose your groups wisely. Find your tribe. Be authentic. And create curiosity. Answer questions offline or in an inbox. Remember this, for those of you that are old enough to remember the mullet, remember business in the front, party in the back. Well, Facebook and doing business is the complete opposite. It's not business in the front, party in the back. It's the exact opposite. It's party in the front, business in the back. Keep that curiosity high. Let's go over a little bit about what we've covered so far. Secret number 1, how to make more in one day than you can make selling one basic a month for 9 months. Secret number 2, how to get full-time hours out of minutes a day. And secret number 3, 3 alternatives to Facebook spamming.